What's up everyone, Shark Eyes here once again with yet another unboxing and review. And today we're looking at the G.I. Joe Classified series Rock and Roll, also known as Craig McConnell. So you've got the standard artwork here on the right, which just looks fantastic actually. And then you've got the artistic element over here, showing the figure in all his glory. And there is a space shuttle to the left here, which I'm assuming featured in the cartoon at some point. I don't know. I didn't see the cartoon much as a kid. It just wasn't available to me. Up top, you've got to look at what comes inside in terms of accessories. And on the side panel here, we will see that he is number 71. And you get another look at that artwork, which I believe was done by Oliver Barrett. But I could be wrong, but it looks like his work. And then on the right side, you've got the QR code and our levels of ability and skill, which you can barely see, but we'll get into that in a minute. Blah blah on the bottom, plastic free packaging, yada yada, ages 4 and up here. So kids, buy these toys. So then over here you've got a look at the tattoo tampos on the arms, or sorry, decos I should say, his bandolier of bullets, and more of his equipment. Now if we zoom in here at the skill set, if you can see that, which you know, very hard to see, from left to right you have a lightning bolt, which is Vanguard, and here's a level 1 in that. And then second up you've got a bullet, which is heavy weapons, and here's a level 2 in that. And the third one is a dumbbell, and here's a level 2 in that. And the last one, which is a cannon, I believe, is artillery, and he's a level 1 in that. So, with that said, the skill sets are quite low for such an iconic character. When you compare that to the Big Ben review I did a couple of videos back, where he was like a clean sweep of 4s from memory. You can always go back and check that out. So yeah, I don't know why that went that route. Who knows, maybe Lenny and Emily could give us some more deets on that. I actually would like to know more about who sets those skills. Are they just going off the original file cards and just, you know, embellishing from there? I'd like to know. We don't have much intel on that. So anyway, let's get into the figure. Crack him open, shall we? This is taped quite thoroughly. There we go. Let's have a look. What's inside the box? It does not want to come out. And he's done it again. Standard work by yours truly. These things never come out and stand flush. But there he is, looking a little bit angry, trapped inside this cardboard. So let's bust him out. So I've taken the liberty of just unfurling the whatever you want to call them, pieces of string, and got him out just so we can have a look at the art before we get into the figure and the accessories. So yeah, once again they've done a cracking job with the artistic inserts there. But let's get into the important stuff. Now this weapons case looks, I don't know what's going on here. That's the first. I've never seen one that I think looks like that. Okay. Alright. Whatever. Alright, legal mumbo jumbo. Yeah, it says rock and roll. You know how these things are. It's got the number 71. In true Adam fashion, I'm just going to dump all this out here. Go from there. There's something stuck in there. Looks like the bandolier or bullet belt. Cool. Alright, look at the accessories. We'll start with this. So you've got bullet belt. Says I want to sit flush in my hand. Yeah, it's nice detail. Yeah, it's pretty standard. And that would be to feed the bullet belt onto, which would clip on somewhere, which I'm sure we'll figure out shortly. We've got his helmet, which is nice. There's some detail on there. It's a bit dark in here. This light is not great, but we might be able to fix that. Let's have a look. See if we can get a good. It says Hang 10, which is a nod to his love of surfing. It's a nice little detail. Don't know why there is a need for a pouch on the back of his helmet, but sure. Yeah, it's a nice little piece. And you've got his alternate hand, which has like the smiling skull face on it, which by now, if you've watched reviews, because there's probably a fair few of these around already, because obviously I got this figure late, you would have seen people use that also in toy photography. Got a radio. It's nice. Nothing special. But some good little detail on there. It's funny when, you know, some of the figures come with transponders attached to their cells, you know, or their webbing, and then you've got these guys carrying proper field radios. We've got a punching fist for all that strength he possesses. I guess, you know, when you're on the front lines and you're out of bullets, resort to using one's God-given appendages. Sidearm, very basic. Looks like a Browning, I'm guessing, or something along those lines. Yeah, it's nice enough. And then you have another little bullet part. Again, I'll figure that out in a moment. And now we get to what he is synonymous with, and that is his weapon, which has a little bit of cardboard around it I'm just removing. And that is that bad boy. Oh, this bipod is a bit... Oh, wow, that's, yeah. It's trying to stand that up on my hand is a little bit dicey, but it sits like that. Have a good look at it. Is it straight? There's a little slight curve in the barrel, which I'll have to fix, but pretty on brand for Hasbro at this point. It's a nice gun, but it's not setting the world on fire in terms of anything, but it is true to the figure, so you know, you can't ask really for much more, I guess. There's some nice little detailing on it in terms of, like, it might be a bit hard to see, but there's some rivets and whatnot. But yeah, cool piece nonetheless. All right, let's have a look at the figure. Here he is. Now, let's see how easy he stands up on the deck of the flag here. Oof, he's been imposing a little bit of an issue. Let's try it. Oh wow, he does not want to stand up straight. There we go. Make him look so angry with his head tilted like that. So looking at the figure, he's got some nice deco. I really like the follicles and the beard and the hair. They've done a great job there. Watch how close up look at that. There's a lot of texture through there, Bandolier. Seems like you'd have to probably, I don't know if that detaches, but you might have to take off the whole head and whatnot to get that off. The belt's got a canteen on it, more pouches, holster here for the sidearm, another little pouch here, but no real idea what that's for. There's a little spot here for the radio to go. A lot of people have been critical of the bullets on the wrist, saying it's impractical. You can take them off, I guess. I don't know if there's tattoo underneath this. There is a tattoo underneath. Let's have a look, see if I can get this hand out without... Oh, that was easy. So yeah, the tattoo does run down his arm. Have a look there. Let's see if we can... It's because it's dark, it's a bit hard to see, but... Yeah, it looks better actually without that. I'll probably keep that off online. I like the update of the tattoos. I have tattoos, so I guess I'm probably a bit biased, but you know, giving these figures a bit of a different look, it's okay with me. I don't have a problem with it. You know, surely they'll probably release a retro one where they don't have that and it doesn't have this kind of like chest plate here, which, you know, a lot of people also had a bit of issue with. The paintwork there is a bit dicey. I don't know if you can see that, but it's a bit sloppy. Let's get him in a T pose and then we'll have a look at the rest. Yeah, so he's moving pretty well. I didn't have any issue there. Let's pump his arms up a bit. Seeing as how, you know, he is so strong and all. Oh, again, there's another paint. Yeah, it's a bit bodge there. I don't know why. But small gripe. Doesn't really faze me. I'm guessing if you have him in certain positions, you're not going to have him like that. Yeah, so he's quite flexible in terms of his movement. Let's try his legs. Yeah, legs so far, no problems. Yep, very easy. Not gummy at all. Let's see, moment of truth for the second one. Yep, all good. This one's probably a bit stiffer. Maybe the holster's in the way, let's have a look. Yeah, that one's a bit stiffer. We won't force it. We know how that story goes. So I'm going to joint in the feet. Yep. That is a bit stiff there, but not majorly. You got to look at the other tattoos here too, of course. Without glasses, I can't really make out what they are, but that's something to figure out at another time. All right, let's put some kit on. Helmet. Yeah, helmet looks great. It's, you know, it's in line with breakers and a couple of the others, like bazookas, I guess, to some extent. Excuse me, hiccups. All right, we'll take the radio. Pop that there. That sits in very easily, no issues. Now I'm a bit curious about this gun and the other ammo. But first we'll do the sidearm. Yep, snug, no problem. You do not want to stand up for me though, do you? You're a bit of a pain in the ass that way. That's a bit better. Foot was being a bit difficult. Alright, so let's have a look here. Assuming that just clips in on the side here, like so. It doesn't seem right to me. I don't know why. Where is that supposed to feed to? Is the question, I guess, in here. Take bullets. Pop them in there. Then back in here. It's a bit fiddly. Just sort of sits in there like that, I'm guessing. It looks correct. Let's see how well he holds this. Yeah, see, that's a bit annoying because one has to, there we go. Get that in like so. This bipod, because they're separate, see how they're separately hinged? You could see those warping or breaking over time. Folding them up is probably going to be the best bet because they're just so loosey-goosey. Like, well, they're not loose, that's probably bad description. They're just like flimsy, I guess. And let's put the bullets in like this because you can hand feed them. So you can hold onto them, I'm guessing. Yeah, see, that's a bit odd. I don't know why that does that. That ain't right. Unless this goes on, I'm just seeing if there's like a spot to fit the ammo drum. So having it on his backpack is just not, that doesn't make sense at all. So it has to be on the gun. Yeah, I don't really like how that sits in there. Yeah, it's okay, but it's not perfect. There's not a great deal more to it. It's a pretty basic kind of figure in terms of assembly, well, except for the ammo belt, but I'll fiddle with that another time. So that's rock and roll, and I'm glad to have him in the collection. But yeah, you know, he's not like a mind-blowing figure by any stretch. I know a lot of people rate him, and that's cool. You know, everyone's entitled to their opinion. I'll probably give him like 2.5 sharks out of 5, and I'm probably being a bit tough on him. But you know, in terms of completing the OG line of characters, he is essential, and I'm one of those collectors, so I do want him. But yeah, that's pretty much rock and roll. So thank you for watching once again. If you're new to the channel, thank you for checking it out. And if you like what you see, please feel free to hit the subscribe button. Like the actual video as well, why not, while you're here. And check out my other videos. I've got plenty more to come. This is just a little quick one today. Just want to get rock and roll done and dusted. So yeah, have a good one.